Umpire Chris Mitchell gets the game underway at Princes Park. Burke charges at it. Beaten to it by Deere. Out of the middle by Buckenara to half forward. Whitman after it. Abbott over the ball. A real contest at ground level, and umpire Cameron's going to have to come in and ball it up. And one of the major moves is Gary Ablett has lined up on the wing on Robert Di-Domenico.
Mark Boss playing on Dermot Brereton in these first couple of minutes at least. Ball at half forward for Hawthorn. It's tapped down to the ground, is shoveled out by Tony Hall towards Buckenara. He in turn gets it over to Whitman. Whitman in front of goal, but in the meantime it was over the line, right back at half forward, about 30 metres around from the behind post. Still in Hawthorn's forward zone. Should be a great game, this one.
Hawks in attack. Deere up high. Tapped down by Gary Hocking. Flicked back. Anderson, snap for goal. Close. Brereton. Beautiful mark right on the goal line.
Very hard man to keep down, Dermot Brereton. Mark Boss has the job of trying to stop him, and it is a tough job.
Well, if Brereton could have shepherded that one through, it would have been a goal off Anderson, but it's a goal to Brereton.
Great play, Dermot Brereton. And that Hawthorn setup with Dunstall full forward, Brereton at centre half forward. There's not many teams in the league who can boast such a star-studded forward line, and that's part of the reason Hawthorn have been up there for so long. There's a kick from Anderson into the goal square. I'm sure it would have been a goal had Brereton shepherded through.
Good start by the Hawks. Deere against Damien Burke. Oh, the big leaper was Burke. Oh, but centre of the round, Di-Domenico dives on top of it. Stoneham out to Ablett. Ablett from centre of the ground. A long driving kick. Players wrestling and jostling. Here's a chance for a goal. Sean Denham has missed. But a big difference if you can get that out of the centre and kick long to your forwards.
Well, Ablett's been a defender for all of the season. He's probably as close to attack as he's been all year on the wing, so it might set things up for the Cats. Comes over the back to Buckenara. Here's kick to half forward. Hall uses his body but can't get to the ball. Chopped off in defence by Boss. High to the centre. Bairstow drops what he should have taken. The ball comes underfoot. Out the back to Deere. Off the left boot to half forward. Kennedy over the shoulder. Free kick to Kennedy. Advantage paid to Platten, and Platten goals.
It's a situation where the umpire paid the advantage. A little bit contentious, that rule, because I think at times the opposition do stop, and the team that has won possession of the ball continues on. We saw that two Geelong players there stop, take it easy, and Platten was able to charge through and kick an almost uncontested goal.
What a great start by the Hawks. They did this against Carlton last week, and then Carlton got back into it. That's Darren Morgan. On the right foot to half foot. Oh, another mark dropped by Geelong. This is Robert Scott. Beautifully done, but the hand pass goes wide to Dean Anderson. Anderson, oh, there's loose men everywhere. Gary Buckenara, can he get there first against Darren Troy? The bounce favours Buckenara. He swings onto the right foot. He's got the loose man. Oh, an ordinary kick, unusual for him. It's gone to Tony Hall. Beautifully done. Back it comes to Pritchard. Pritchard bumped off the ball. The umpire said that the bump from Gary Hocking was in the back. Darren Pritchard has been in excellent form. A great game against Carlton last week. Brings it to half-foot. Brereton, centre of the pack. In front was Abbott. Boss. Quick hand pass to Steve Hocking. He had three Hawthorn men after him. This is Bairstow. Oh, it was meant for Ablett. Ablett shepherded off the ball. Di-Domenico. Quick hand pass back towards centre wing. Well done by Darren Morgan. Back to Ablett, who's in everything. Ablett a long kick towards half forward. Brownless in front. No, it's not. It's Exel. After it he goes, Gavin Exel. He's got it. Back towards the pocket. Brownless caught, surrounded by three Hawthorn players and held to him.
Well, Bill Brownless has lined up on the forward line at half forward. Hawthorn 2 goals, Geelong 1 behind. Hooked back by McGuinness. Morgan to Buse. To the forward line for the Cats. Tapped out by Stoneham. Brownless went without it. Stoneham, a hand pass and a goal to Exel.
Well, that was excellent combining by the Geelong forwards. Brownless overran it on that first instance, but good backing up by Stoneham to get the hand pass out. And Geelong needed that one to stay in touch with Hawthorn early in this match. Kick into the forward line. As Billy Brownless just couldn't control it. Hand pass from Stoneham, and Exel finishes it off. Exel playing at full forward.
Well, he'll have a tough job on Chris Langford, but that'll do his confidence a lot of good. Deere again, or Andrew Buse actually did the hitting out, and he got it too. Stoneham punches it away from Mew. Ablett looks terrific early in the game. Hand pass to Bairstow. Bairstow from 45 metres. The long driving kick has missed, and in fact he's put it out of bounds on the full. And I think we have to say 45 metres from that line. Apparently it's been measured, and it is 45 metres. The kick comes out towards that line, and the mark has been taken by Platten.
John Platten still in the back pocket. His kick up short of centre wing. Oh, in front, Brownless. What a mark. Starting at half forward flank, Billy Brownless. Stoneham at centre half forward. The kick to centre half forward, all Hawthorn, and Deere takes the mark. Greg Deere for the Hawks. Straight up the centre of the ground. Not a great distance in the kick. Good mark by Whitman, right in the centre circle. Oh, Buckenara on his own, 20 metres in the clear. Takes the mark, plays on. Beautiful goal!
They are great to watch Hawthorn when they're playing well. And they're playing well at the moment. Great movement of the ball. Good foot passing. Good marking. Ideal conditions today here at Princes Park. There's a mark by Whitman. I like him as a player. Very good player, Whitman. Moved the ball quickly. Didn't waste time. And Buckenara, the Geelong player caught between the two players, decided to go back, leaving Buckenara with a shot at goal.
Beautiful use of the ball by Whitman. (18 plays 7). Deere, Burke jumping high, straight to Mew. Mew wide. Anderson, tapped it on cleverly. Pritchard, two of the youngsters combining. Pritchard has lost it though to Buse. Buse beautifully across to Robert Scott. Over to Bairstow. Bairstow ducks and weaves and kicks long. It's a high floater. Now Langford sets himself in front. Punches it away. In after. Kicked off the ground by Ablett. Goal!
Tremendous coverage of ground there by Gary Ablett. 1 minute he was on the ground in the centre of the arena, and all of a sudden he's down on that forward line. Tremendous backing up by Ablett to get down on that forward line. There it is, contested, and all of a sudden Ablett charges through, kicks it off the ground. Great goal, Gary Ablett.
What a fantastic goal that was for a wingman to score. Ablett coming in to grab the crumbs, not grab them, just soccer off the ground and goal. Here's Buse. Playing more forward today. Usual roll back pocket tuck. Spills to Deere. Puts the hand pass wide to Pritchard. Lots of space in this game. To Dunstall. He marks in front of Darcy. Jason Dunstall shouldn't be too far out to score if we call the line 45 instead of 50. Oh, it's close. Not quite. Thumped out. Hand pass intercepted by Ablett, who scored the last goal for the match. Here he is at back pocket.
Oh, magnificent play that by Ablett. And look at the kick. Out to Robert Scott. Over the top to Brownless. Can he get the kick in? He can, as he quick kick though is marked by Tuck. He's caught to Buckenara. Buckenara brilliantly back to Tuck. That is beautiful football. Abbott from behind. Ablett in front. Is that Ablett again? Yes, it is Gary Ablett. What a game he's playing.
He's playing on Di Domenico, hasn't seen it yet. Ablett puts it out wide to Schultz. Up to Bairstow, forward of centre wing. Stoneham in front. Spectacular start to this game. Stoneham's kick to the goal square. Exel's there. And it goes through for a goal, is it? Yes!
What a game we're seeing here. It's been a great start to this match. Both sides have kicked 3 goals, but the speed that the ball's moved up and down the ground has been unbelievable. There's a long kick from Stoneham. A big fly there by Andrew Rogers, playing his first game for Geelong. No one was able to touch it, and it dribbled through for a goal to Stoneham.
Ablett already with 6 possessions. 5 kicks, 1 handball. 1 point the difference. Burke beaten for that one by Deere. Pritchard's how the Geelong player went down, but there's Anderson trying to shuffle it out to Platten. Platten played for the free kick there. And Peter Cameron deliberating that he got it too high. I think we're in for a snorting game here at Carlton. At Princes Park, I should say. I think Tim Darcy's in for a very, very hard afternoon playing on this man. Dunstall copped one behind the ear, but a good strong mark.
The thing I like about Dunstall, they're no half-hearted leads. They're flat out all the time. He almost demands the ball to be kicked to him.
Well, he will kick, as we said, from 45 metres. That line, normally a 50-metre line. Now, he's hooked this one as he did his other kick. A chance for the high flyers. Up they go, it's a mark! Is that Tony Hall? It is Tony Hall, who is very, very strong overhead. And he went down to the pocket and came over the pack.
Now, his opponent gave him too much room to manoeuvre in there. He had a perfect run at the ball.
He is right in front. Shouldn't miss from there. I think they'd lynch him if he missed from there. He kicks. And don't tell me, he has missed from 5 metres.
Here comes a rope out now, Peter.
I reckon after that, because of very minute angle.
Oh, unbelievable to miss from there. Tim Darcy playing in his first game for the year. 67th in his career, but he hasn't found a way into this Geelong defence yet this year. Kicks towards the outer side. Burke in front. Thump from behind. Goes Hawthorn's way. Kennedy there. Ablett. What's he on today? He has absolutely chucked himself at the ball. And the umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
Well, I think the Geelong players are pretty incensed by the criticism they copped after dropping the game against Fitzroy last week, and they're pretty determined today. They look pretty good form as we see the ball at half back. This is Darren Morgan, and he takes it away from the centre. A long kick. Gary Ayres. Oh, Yates nearly took it. Now it's Billy Brownless from 25 metres. He's put it through for a great goal.
Billy Brownless has been tried in defence last week. Played a great game on Paul Roos against Fitzroy. Playing on the half-forward flank today. There's a long kick into the forward line by Morgan. Good contesting there. A little bit difficult looking into the sun. Beautiful pick-up by Brownless and a great goal.
Oh, what athleticism that was. To pick it up at full tilt. Playing on McGuinness, a youngster. Well, Billy's a youngster too. What a start. The Cats lead by a goal. Hughes roving today. Tuck. Grab when he didn't have it. And Mark will tuck the free kick. Puts it wide for Di Domenico. First mark and coming up for his first kick on Gary Ablett. And how well did he deliver that? Dunstall just a bit high. Platten hooks back. Not far enough. Out of bounds on the full.
Good start this by Geelong. They lead by a goal, but they'll have to keep the pressure up for the whole game because Hawthorn just keep going at that same solid bat. Here's Greg Deere from behind, punching it down straight to Morgan. Morgan playing well in this first quarter, brings it to half forward. Stoneham tries to tap it over the back. Chris Muir's there and Pritchard. Pritchard caught, shuffles it over to Muir. Now it's little Platten. Oh, cleverly done, John Platten. Could have received a free kick there as he handballed away, but umpire on the blind side. It's on centre wing. And what a terrific start to this game of football. Geelong dropped the game they should have won against Fitzroy. Hawthorn blitzed Carlton in the second half last week. Pritchard back towards half forward. Darcy comes out in front of Dunstall. Oh, great tackling by Dunstall, but Darcy gets in the hand part. Stephen Hocking from half back has gone wide. Ablett getting away from Di Domenico, sprints after it on centre wing. He's got it. The Geelong champ playing his 100th game. Swings onto the left foot. It's a 60-metre kick. Brownless up in front. Can't take the mark. In went Greg Deere. And now it's Scott McGuinness coming away with the ball out wide to Dipier Domenico.
And this time Dipier Domenico has space against Ablett. In he goes to Buckenara, whose possessions have been pinpoint. Too high this time for Dunstall. Comes to the back. Schultz is there. Caught by Brereton. Darcy under pressure. Gets the hand pass back. And eventually the Cats out of trouble through Troy. Bairstow in between half-back and the centre. Spoiled by Platten. Dipier Domenico to help him. 2 Brownlow medalists there for the Hawks. Buckenara playing a sensational game with a kick smothered. What football we're seeing here. Bairstow to Ablett. Off to Morgan, who's been a star. The kick by Morgan to full forward. Knocked out of the air in defence by Langford. And he hasn't found the boundary line yet. It's gathered by Brownless. What a kick by Brownless! Oh, just hit the post.
Deserved a goal, Bernie.
That would have been a miraculous goal. Good play by Billy Brownless.
Well, the Cats lead by 7 points in a brilliant opening to this game. Hawthorn under a bit of pressure. They're not used to it. Langford. Brownless again. McGuinness has have to play well, and today and Billy Brownless, he's really fired up. Now, he made no attempt to get that out, and Peter Cameron dead right on the scene. Collins, the half forward, and Buckenara, good mark, and as Drew said a moment ago, playing well, Buckenara. And Bairstow will have to play him pretty close. Seven kicks to Buckenara. Now he's gone short to Dipier Domenico, who's having his colours lowered by Ablett. Now he's gone short in turn to Platten. Platten in the centre of the ground, should kick long here. No, he's got a loose man in Kennedy if he wants to give it to him. Now he's gone short. Dunstall in front, Abbott over the back, Dean Anderson. Now it's Pritchard. He's caught. The loose ball comes to Gary Hocking and he gets it out of defence off the side of the boot. Now will it bounce out? Yes, it does, at half court for Hawthorn.
Seven points the difference. The Cats in front. Geelong haven't won here, or haven't won against Hawthorn for 4 years. Anderson spills to Morgan. How well's Morgan going? High towards the wing. Deere spoils Burke. Comes to Bairstow. Off to Buse. Open here for the Cats. Brownless. Well, Billy Brownless is about 60 to 65 metres out, not without a chance. From inside the centre square. Look at that go! What a kick!
A mammoth kick by Bill Brownless. Already had 5 kicks, 2 marks, and that's his second goal. And he may have found his spot, Bill Brownless, playing away from the key position. Let's have a look where he marks this. He marks it just on the centre square line, but had to kick it from a good 5 or 6 metres inside that white line and made it easily.
Magnificent kick. One of the longest kicks in league football, Billy Brownless. And more importantly, the Cats lead by 13 points, and here they come again. Andrew Buse kicked off the ground. Stoneham in after it. Dipier Domenico taps it back. Buckenara playing a brilliant game. A quick kick to half forward, but the mark has been taken there by Troy. Troy gets it in over to Morgan. Oh, what a brilliant mark, that one by Darren Pritchard. He's at half back over to Gary Ayres, very slow to get rid of it. And he's put under pressure and the kick goes to Hocking. The Cats are playing well. Steve Hocking to half forward. Brownless again, punched away by McGuinness. Oh, good hip and shoulder bump that by Langford. That allowed Mew to get it to Tuck to Dipier Domenico. Buckenara in sensational form. Dunstall couldn't take it. Oh, across the head. The high tackle was on Darcy and it's his free kick.
Well, Gary Buckenara's had 12 possessions already, and we have 10 minutes to go to quarter time. Kick by Darcy wide to the wing. Burke and Deere. Second attempt comes to Platten. Off to Buckenara. Could have 20 touches in the first quarter. Buckenara to full forward. Brereton well placed. It's a goal!
Buckenara's second goal, both from a good distance out, and Brereton doing the heavy body work in the goal square. They locked the corners there, the two players, Brereton and Boz. And good play by Brereton to allow that one to go through. But this game being played at a frantic pace, Peter, There's a kick from Buckenara from a long way out. Here it is. Good play by Brereton. They both had their arms locked.
7 points the difference. The Cats in front. Buckenara in sensational form. Burke and Deere, that's a great contest too. Michael Tuck caught the ground, held to him. Good decision by umpire Peter Cameron. 9 minutes of play left, or just over 9 minutes in this first quarter. And if this game keeps up at this pace, I think Buckenara will have to carry him, he and Ablett, off on stretches. They're really playing well for their respective sides. Bairstow, a quick kick. Gary Ayres, almost a mark. The umpire said it was. A bit doubtful. Over to Langford. Here he is again. Bairstow will have to play a lot closer to Buckenara. He's given it across to McGuinness. McGuinness long, Brereton and Boss. What a good contest that'll be too. There's Morgan. Or was it? Might have been Hocking. Let's see who it was. Strong tackle on that player at the bottom of the pack. And in fact it was Gary Hocking at half back.
Hawthorn crowd not happy with that. Hocking. Forward of the Ablett. Sensational mark by Ablett in his fingernails. Thumps it, 60 metres. Good mark for Collins, who was picked in the state squad during the week in his back pocket role. Finding space to Anderson, who is the Michael Tuck of the future. Dean Anderson, make no mistake about him. What a player he'll be. Up to centre wing to Tony Hall. Couldn't mark, but brings it to ground, gets it to Pritchard. What a game of football. Centering kick. Bairstow marks in front of Buckenara this time. Cats fans calling for 50 metres against Brereton, but not on.
Bairstow has had his colours lowered in this first quarter. Buckenara in great form. That was punched away by Deere. Dean Anderson tries to shuffle it back to Ayres. Terrific strength, but it's a loose ball to Morgan, who's playing well. Morgan, a quick kick to half forward. Exel out in front. The bounce beats him. A loose one. It comes to Platten, who puts the head down. The quick hand pass to Anderson from McGuinness, and McGuinness takes it over the line. But as Bernie Quinlan said a moment ago, this game being played at a frantic pace, and something has to give. Gary Buckenara with a slight limp, but no wonder the amount of kicks he's had.
Burke in front, wins the tap. Comes to Ayres. Just gets the hand pass away. Morgan, 8th possession for the first quarter. Tapped out, comes to Buse. Centering kick. Stoneham is there with Mew. Mew ridden into the ground. Collins at the back for Hawthorn. With a dodge and a weave, and goes straight through them, Andy Collins. The kick to centre wing to Brereton. One hand not enough. Steve Hocking threads it through to Boss. The Cats playing inspired football. Boss long and high. Brownless, one hand. Comes to Ayres, to Collins. He's caught this time. Play on. Brownless a snap. Behind.
Well, the big thing is whether Geelong can keep up this pace, because we know Hawthorn keep going at this pace the whole game. Now, whether the Cats can keep serving it up to them, or whether they will wilt. You see Gary Ayres, well, he won't wilt. He's a brilliant player, Ayres, as he brings it to half-back. Platten has it fisted away. To Michael Tuck it goes. There's Bairstow, drops the ball. Hawthorn players appealing for a free kick, and umpire Peter Cameron will come in and bounce it. Mark Bairstow not too happy with that, but the umpire's doing a fine job early in this game, and it's a pretty strong contest as we see Burke trying to tap it down straight to Di Domenico. His opponent is Ablett. He's marked. Hand pass. Tapped down to Buse. Buse runs into a brick wall. That's where Hawthorn are good. The quick kick by Pritchard to Brereton. Over to Di Domenico. He's caught. Shuffles it out to Platten. They've got a loose man further afield. Platten brilliantly. He's going for the short one to Dunstall. What magnificent football that was.
Isn't this about the best quarter of football we've seen for the year? It's been a great quarter.
Sensational.
Well, Jason Dunstall is yet to score a goal. He's had a couple of shots. It's at a pretty acute angle, but he's only 35 metres out. He kicks it. It floats across, and Brereton's marked. He is marked on the line. I don't think it was over. The two umpires deliberating, and in fact, it was over. So that is one behind to the Hawks. And they move their score on to 4-2, Geelong 5-3.
Well, Dunstall, 3 marks and 3 kicks, yet to get a goal. Kick in by Schultz. Burke in front, takes the mark. Missed a couple of games this year with a broken rib, but seems to be going all right. Andrew Buse enjoying it on the ball. Buse to centre half forward. Stoneham spoiled by Mew. Ablett straight at the ball. Great play by Gary Ablett. Gets the hand pass away, but it comes unstuck. McGuinness's hand pass intercepted by Stoneham. Scott to Brown to Exel. Back to Yates. Pressure on the forward line. Ablett, great play.
Oh.
But this time his kick misses. 1 goal, 1 to Gary Ablett.
Well, you said great play, Drew. Tremendous balk. He's got enormous ability, Ablett. Langford, a beautiful kick that was. And out to McGuinness. McGuinness at half back. Hawthorn still harassing and chasing. That's their strength. Dipier Domenico has marked, but in the meantime there was some shepherding. And the free kick will go to Michael Schultz in the centre of the ground.
Cats lead by 8 points, and we have just over 4 minutes left to quarter time. Is that a mark to Rogers? No. Tuck loses it in a tackle. In fact, he'll get a free kick, Michael Tuck.
He's a master at that, isn't he? Every time he's tackled from behind, he throws himself forward, and the umpire always gives him the free kick.
The veteran, the oldest man playing football, goes wide to centre wing. Almost a great mark to Hall. Ground level, picked up by Anderson. High kick to half forward. Brereton with Boss. Brereton gave him the slip. Roving the pack. Here is Kennedy. Offline. Or behind.
Well, even though Geelong are playing probably at their best, look at Hawthorn. They're still on 4-3 and still bombarding it up forward. So they're a hard side to shake off. But here's a man who's shaken off his opponent. Is Billy Brownless. Lovely hand pass across to Boss. Good play by Geelong out. Oh, I don't know about that hand pass. It's put Boss under pressure, but it comes off Hocking. Now it's Brownless. Oh, they've got themselves into all sorts of trouble here. Geelong, Clatton went into his own teammate. Deere cleverly to Whitman. Whitman wide. Brereton not moving all that quick, Dermot Brereton. He didn't do all the pre-season, of course. Here's, oh, what a tackle. Oh, that deserved a free kick to Brereton. What a terrific tackle that was on Brownless.
He does a lot of the hard things, doesn't he, Dermot Brereton, on the forward line? And if he's not getting the ball and kicking goals himself, he's doing a lot of harassing, chasing, tackling.
Well, it's interesting that Peter Schwab said in the paper during the week that 40 tackles a match should win you most games. Geelong going forward now. Hawthorn looking for a tackle. Ablett from centre wing. Goes from 70 metres and kicks another one.
Oh, what a game. Gary Ablett, what a quarter he's had. 2 goals to Gary Ablett. He's had 9 kicks, 3 marks, 4 handballs. And he's ran from defence across the centre line into the forward line. Let's look where he kicks this one from. About the same distance as, well, it may have even been a little bit further than from where Bill Brown has kicked his goal.
What a player. What beautiful teamwork. It had to be fed out to him by Bairstow, but what brilliant running down that centre of the ground by Ablett for his 2nd goal. The Hawks under a bit of pressure by the Cats. Buckanara, what a brilliant quarter he's had too. Tony Hall in front. Clatton looking dangerous. Brings it up to Dunstall. Will it sit for him? No. Darcy waits at the back. The tackle was hard by Dunstall. And look at the pressure put on by the Hawks. Pritchard, brilliantly done. Oh, what great play. Dunstall an open goal unselfishly to Brereton. Brereton ducks back, hooks it. Oh, has he got it? Yes!
Well, Hawthorn answering every challenge. Brereton kicking that goal, and that makes his 2nd for the afternoon. But great unselfish play there by Dunstall, running into the open goal. Could have kicked it easily himself. Good play by Pritchard, getting around the Geelong defence, feeds it out. Look at Dunstall. Very unselfish to get that one out. Could have kicked it, probably had an easier shot than Brereton.
Still just under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. We've had 11 goals here in the most spectacular start to a game that I can remember ever seeing.
Best game I've seen in years if it keeps up at this pace, Drew.
Unbelievable football. Wouldn't matter how good the defences are today, they wouldn't be able to stop some of the forward work that we've seen. Deere hooks it. Underfoot here. Platten gets it out to Di Domenico. He's kicked to half forward. Good mark to Gary Hocking in defence for the Cats. Cats still lead by 7 points. To Bairstow. Well, Buckenara has gone out of it in the last 6 or 7 minutes. Bairstow to centre half forward. Stoneham off to Brownless. Snap. Close. Another one.
Oh, I can't believe it. It just keeps getting better and better this game so far. 3 goals to Billy Brownless. And he's having a sensational afternoon on that forward line. Playing on the half-forward flank. On replay, we see Stoneham feed out the hand pass. Brownless put everything into that kick, and he really kicks that ball well.
Well, they've moved Scott McGuinness off Brownless. They've got Langford. They're worried, the Hawks, because they've got Langford right out there on Brownless now. 33-46. This is Mark Bairstow. He's starting to get his usual number of possessions, but his man's had plenty. There's cleverly tapped away to Tuck. Oh, brilliantly intercepted by Denham. Denham to Scott. Scott centres it. That is brilliant play by Scott. Axel! Yes! 30 metres out. Directly in front, and the Cats look good. Now, if he kicks it now, he's got an open goal. There's no one down there. But it doesn't.
Have a look at that centering kick, Peter, from Scott. It was Robert Scott.
Intelligent.
Very intelligent football.
Well, Gavin Axel from directly in front. Oh, he's put it through, I think. Yes, another one to the Cats.
That's Axel's second goal. And well set up there.
What a quarter of football it was. Geelong 8-4, Hawthorn 5-3, and a standing ovation here at Princes Park.
The start of the second quarter here at Princes Park. A sensational first quarter in which Geelong kicked 8 goals. Hawthorn kicked 5. It went from one end of the ground to the other with brilliant football. As we see Geelong with a quick kick coming towards the half-forward line, but Hawthorn, the hand pass comes out to Ayres. That was from Pritchard. The kick back towards centre wing. Some strong play out there by Troy. Gets it to Buse. Buse to Yates. Yates straight up in the air towards half-forward. It's punched away. Platten goes in after it. Strong play by the Hawk defenders as Dean Anderson puts the head down, and out to Pritchard again, who lays on top of the ball. But umpire Peter Cameron says it's my ball, and he will bounce. And I noticed the number 20 out there. Someone's changed jumper, I would think. In fact, it's Andrew Rogers is wearing number 20, the former Essendon player who did so well against Dermot Brereton a couple of years ago.
Ball up, hooked over his head by Deere. Kennedy wrests the ball off the opposition. Comes to Anderson, away to Platten. Platten, beautiful kick. One out is Dunstall. Spoiled by Darcy, and he's quick to recover too. Dunstall's still after him, and all Darcy could do was find the boundary line about 20 metres away. That's great forward play by Jason Dunstall. Geelong leading by 19 points.
The ball at half forward. Can Geelong keep up the pressure? Not many sides can against Hawthorn. They usually wilt, but it was a brilliant first quarter by Geelong. And Hawthorn certainly weren't disgraced either. They kicked 5 goals themselves. Ablett was sensational, as was Buckenara for Hawthorn. The ball at half forward, it's tapped down to the ground. Hand pass comes across to Troy. Troy out wide. Ablett against Di Domenico. Gary Ablett. Brilliant skills, trying to do too much. Gets in the hand pass to Troy. Troy is tackled. Dean Anderson, beautifully done. Back to Di Domenico, who ducks the head. The hand pass back to half forward where Buckenara waits. Over to Platten. Platten a wide hand pass. This is Paul Abbott trying to tap it back to Anderson. He eventually does. The hand pass comes to Hall. Hall with an open goal on the left foot. Stabs! And I think he's put it straight through the middle. He has.
Talking about Rogers, he's been playing on Michael Tuck in that first quarter, manning up, and he did quite a good job too. But having a look at this play, Hawthorn into the forward line. The Geelong player there, Darren Troy, overran Abbott, where he should have just laid over the top of him, held hold of his Guernsey, and may have been able to get the free kick, but well finished off by Tony Hall.
The
Could be an important goal that for Hawthorn, the first of the second quarter. Burke wins in the middle, comes to Buckenara. 14 possessions in the first quarter for Buckenara. Straight at it, Troy, but he runs into the Hawthorn wall. Fed out to Brereton. He goes down in the tackle. Play on, says the umpire. It's Bills to Whitman. Lightning to Hall. Dunstall.
There's just so much talent in this Hawthorn forward line. Keep on fighting on, getting the ball on the forward line. Hall again. And great delivery to Dunstall.
Jason Dunstall from only 30 metres out. Kicks his first.
Well, the pace of this match continues. Hawthorn doing well out of the centre, where it's so very important to get first use of the ball on that forward line. The Geelong defence under a lot of pressure early in this second quarter. There's a kick from Hall. And Dunstall in the right position again in front and leading. And there's the Jason Dunstall kicking style, doesn't miss many from there.
But he's had 4 kicks so far for 1 goal. A couple of kicks were from the way out, about 50 metres out. There's Damien Burke. He and Greg Deere are having a terrific tussle. Deere gets it down. Oh, Hawthorn just they bombard their way through that centre square area. That's good play though by Gary Hocking to get it to Bairstow. The short chip pass is meant for Yates and it's found him. Yates on Gary Ayres from half forward, sets it up for the high flyers. Billy Brownless in front and almost took the mark. He's got it, he's caught, gets in the hand pass. Morgan back to Buse. Buse from about 65 metres kicks it long. Exel, yes, what a mark, he was held. The big arm went out, what a brilliant mark by Gavin Exel.
Yes, he couldn't do much about it. He couldn't get the other arm up there. Let's have a look at Buse's long kick. Exel and McGuinness. It should have been a free kick anyway, but great mark there to Exel.
Here's the kick by Exel going for goal number 3, and he has put it straight through.
So McGuinness with plenty of problems. Had his hands full playing on Billy Brownless, who kicked 3 goals in that opening quarter. And now Exel kicks his 3rd. McGuinness playing at full back now, just holding onto his arm, but Exel, great composure to take that one-hander.
Well, hearts are thumping here after a start the like of which you haven't seen. Margin 13 points. Neither ruckman really. Platten over it. Umpire calls for it and we'll ball it up. 9 goals to 7, and we've got 20.5 minutes to go to half-time. Umpire Cameron balls it up. Deere wins this. Scott threads out a 25-metre hand pass. Morgan, who had a great first turn, off the left boot. Exel works his way to the front again. McGuinness pulls over his teammate and Captain Tuck. Comes to Collins. Collins' pass is good to Pritchard, just behind the wing.
Pritchard across to Platten, or Platten under a bit of pressure. Oh, brilliant mark to the Cats down there, and it's Michael Schultz, a slips catch. Brings it all dangerous, although Robert Scott is there to take it. Dangerous to kick to the centre light. That Scott's off. Quick hand pass finds Boss. Boss back to Steve Hocking. Now Hocking onto the left foot, brings it to half forward. Ablett! Oh, what a mark!
Oh, he has to be one of the most exciting players in the game, Gary Ablett. Look at that. Jumped early, used Robert Di-Domenico as a step ladder, and was able to drag that one in.
Di-Domenico did everything right. Played in front, but the inevitable was Ablett climbed from behind. He's kicked 2. He is directly in front, Gary Ablett. He doesn't miss him. Straight through the middle.
Could be a change, I think, soon. I don't think Di-Domenico can keep up with Ablett. He's just too fit, running up and down the ground, defence to forward line. Takes great marks, screamers. There he is, jumping early. Di-Domenico playing in front, and there's the kicking style of Ablett. 82 goals last season, so he knows where those goals are.
Well, Gary Ablett has kicked 3 goals from the wing in the first 40 minutes of the match. Burke wins, comes to Buse, hand pass to Scott, puts it out in front of Morgan. Good gather on the ground, Morgan. Pressure for Ayres. Geelong steamrolling the ball forward in Hawthorn fashion. It comes to Yates. High kick. McGuinness under pressure. Denham after it, number 18. But great defence to keep him out. And the last man up, he's hard to see. It is Gary Ayres, would you believe it, who's been best in so many grand finals day and night.
Well, it's deep in that forward pocket for the Cats. Another one would really make it interesting. There's Burke hitting it out, but Platten is working very, very hard. McGuinness far too slow for Exel. Exel a quick kick towards the forward line. Is that a mark? The umpire thought so. It seemed to come off the hands of the pack, but it maybe he got first bite. But it's been paid from directly in front, and
yes, it was a mark. I definitely agree with that.
Yes, and in fact, it looks like, is it Rogers?
I think it's Rogers, yes, playing his first game.
It's Andrew Rogers, number 20, the former Bomber, right in front, and this will put them well in front. There's the kick, and he has put it through.
Incidentally, that move has been made. Tony Hall is now playing on Ablett, although Ablett is following Di Domenico. So we've got a strange situation with the four players playing together. And look at Rogers taking that mark again. Across the front of the pack. Good play by Exel to centre it, giving the opportunity there to the forwards, and there's a kick for goal. So Geelong playing very well. Di Domenico's gone into the forward pocket, and Ablett's gone with him.
The Cats with 11 goals on the board already. Hawthorn might need 30 goals to win this match. Hughes gets the hand pass out to Gary Hocking. Slips the tackle. Away he goes to Stephen Hocking. To half forward. Comes to the front of the pack. Scooped up by Stoneham. Clever by Pritchard. Ayres is there. He's kicked. Dangerous. Morgan. A goal.
Seeing some mistakes by Hawthorn, which we don't normally see, and I think it's due to the pressure that's being applied by Geelong. They're running in numbers, plenty of players to the fall of the ball. There it is, Ayres, the player who ends up making the mistake. He's usually pretty composed, Gary Ayres, but a lot of Geelong players there. Two players laying the tackle, ending up with Morgan, who kicked the goal.
Well, what a brilliant exhibition of football by the Cats. 12-4 to 7-3. They're now down by 5 goals as Brereton tries to crash his way through. It's grabbed by Boss. Over to Robert Scott. Is this another one? The short pass is on. Yes! And the mark has been taken by Exel. And they are playing magnificent football, the Cats. It'll just test the Hawks out today to see how good they are, to see if they can come back. After this kick, they could be down by 6. Gavin Exel. He's kicked 3. Oh, he's brought it back. It's another one, and the Cats on fire.
I don't think Hawthorn know just quite what to do at the moment. They've been surprised by this Geelong side today. Playing with a lot of determination. Playing the way they did in the night series, the Panasonic Cup matches. Here's Scott to the leading Exel, who's playing a great game at full forward. McGuinness doesn't know which way to turn. So Exel kicks 4 goals. Their forward line really working well.
So Geelong 13 goals for, and we've still got just under 17 minutes to half time. Burke out of the middle. Langford with Brownless. Brownless into his back. Gives away the free kick. Kicked by Chris Langford to centre wing. Brereton. Spoiled at the back by Boss. Bullocking play there. Good football by Cole. Comes to Scott. Lost control of it. Collins a chance. And Hawthorn at this stage happy to see the ball out rather than keep it in the path of the rampaging Cats.
Well, they are playing champagne football, Geelong, but don't ride off the Hawks. They're 6 down, but they keep coming and coming. So it'll be interesting if they win this one today. If they can get up from here and knock off the Cats, then they are truly a great side. Because Geelong could not play any better than what they're playing at the moment. They're getting it out of the centre, and they look dangerous in every position. There's Burke, tapped away from him. Dean Anderson is playing very, very strong football towards Dunstall. Kicked off the ground by Darcy. Back it comes towards Rogers. Rogers and Cole. Cole lying on top of the ball. Little Johnny Platten after it. He's going after it at half forward, putting the head down and in hard as normal. Good play, Platten. The quick kick is smothered by Gary Hocking, who's running everywhere that Tony Hall does.
But it was smothered off his shin and out of bounds on the full, so Platten did brilliantly to win a free kick there. Dunstall at the back. There's a push out. Geelong free kick to Gary Hocking. Nose to Tim Darcy. In the back pocket. Geelong 13-4. Hawthorn 7 goals 3. Kick by Darcy to centre wing. Stoneham. Buse front of the pack. Platten on his hammer. Buse still after it. Wins the free kick. That was great football by Andrew Buse. He's been a back pocket for the last 2 or 3 years. Not only for the Cats, but also for Victoria. On the ball today. Centres the kick. On his own is Brownless in the centre circle.
Brownless playing particularly well today. Out at centre forward. Long driving kick. Exel. McGuinness too slow for Exel, I think, but there's Ayres. Straight back. It goes to Gary Hocking. And they're under pressure, the Hawks, as Hocking brings it to half forward. Pritchard put his hand out. Could have been a Geelong mark that if the player had gone just a little bit harder. Oh, smothered off Pritchard's boot. Beautifully done. Was that Brownless? What a terrific smother by Billy Brownless.
They're doing all the hard work today, Geelong. They're not only playing well when they've got the ball, their defence is great and their tackling's great.
Well, it's in that forward pocket. Burke taps it over the top. Morgan to Stephen Hocking. Hocking from the half-forward line centres the ball, and it's a mark! Mark Yates from 20 metres directly in front, and Hawthorn are nonplussed.
It's a perfect exhibition of football by Geelong. The centering kick again. They're playing disciplined football.
Yates from directly in front kicks and puts it through.
Mark Yates has had a quiet afternoon so far. That's only his 4th kick. 2 marks and 1 hand pass and his first goal. But Geelong, here it is, let's have a look at it. Burke winning the tap down. Hand pass again. Finds Hocking. And a centering kick rather than going for goal there. And that's the idea too. Get it in the centre, give the forwards a chance to go for the mark.
Gee, you could have got 5-2 about Geelong before the game started. You'd be happy if you had hundreds on it at the moment. Bairstow. Pressure in the middle. And the umpire's going to have to ball that up. We haven't seen too many congested passages of play yet because the attack has been right on top. And already we've had 21 goals kicked. We're only midway through the second quarter. Burke wins the tap. Comes to Stoneham. Wins the kick to Brownless. Spoiled by Langford this time. Kennedy's been pretty quiet. Off the ground by Langford. Whitman dives but can't reach it before it bounced. He's caught. The umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up.
Well, he's lucky to get away with that, Whitman, because he had possession, did nothing to get rid of it.
Billy Brownless limping and in the hands of the trainers at the moment. Well, that's sad for Geelong. He kicked 3 goals in the first term.
They're playing magnificent football. Hocking shuffles it out to Morgan. Here's Mark Yates. An open goal. He straightens up. Oh, boy, they've kicked another one.
And the Geelong machine just keeps on rolling on against the best side in the league. There's Bill Brownless. It's a sad side for Geelong because he's playing his best football of the season. But Geelong are just winning around the packs. It doesn't matter who gets a tap down. It's the Geelong smaller players who are winning possession, breaking away. The long kick there, Yates kicking his 2nd goal. And there's Brownless going off the ground. Langford up onto the forward line.
And Paul Couch coming off the bench. That's how strong this Geelong side is at the moment. Platten out of the middle. Buckenara there with Bairstow. Into the path of Anderson. A Hawthorn goal? Yes! At last!
So that's Hawthorn really struggling to get goals on the board. But as you say, Peter, you cannot write them off. They're a great side. They've got players all over the ground who can change. They're versatile. Buckenara now playing up on the forward line. I don't think he's 100% fit after he was limping there in that first quarter, but Anderson finishing it off with a goal.
Well, there's no way known I'll be writing off Hawthorn, even though they're down by 7 in fact. As we see Deere against Burke. Oh, brilliantly done out of the centre by Buse. Buse towards half forward. Now, can Ayres get there first? And he does. Cool, calm and collected. Gary Ayres. Let's see what the Hawks can do. Here's Brereton. Boss is on top of him. Now it's Brereton with the ball. Over to Hall. Hall wide to Langford, who waits for the bounce. He shuffles it out to Kennedy. Kennedy sets it up. Dunstall. And Darcy could have marked it, but headed straight back over his head. Actually, that could be construed as deliberate because he just tapped it straight back over the line, didn't attempt to mark it.
I don't think there would be an umpire who would play that as deliberate.
I know, but he's
very tough.
Well,
I think he was trying to go through the behinds, but he missed and put it out. But there's Brereton. Here's a chance for Whitman. Right in front of goal is Dippy a minute ago to Platten. Platten, a quick kick is missed.
Well, this is really going to test Hawthorn to see how good they are. They trail by 42 points, and we've got just under 11 minutes remaining to half-time. Darcy kicks in for the Cats. He's looking for Burke. Over the top is Deere. Buckenara again. Couch trying to get into the action just off the bench. The umpire will ball it up. Bearing in mind that Geelong haven't beaten Hawthorn since 1985.
Well, they've often played well against them, particularly at this ground, but they haven't beaten them. There's Ablett, a quick kick. Out there is Robert Scott. Could have grabbed the ball, probably should have. There's Ayres, cleverly. Well done by Ayres to Mew. Mew has gone wide. Oh, this sets it up for Damien Burke. Oh, good mark in front. Oh, what a good mark by Greg Deere. A brilliant mark. Off he goes, swings onto the left foot, brings it back to half forward. Out comes Buckenara. He's lost the ball to Steve Hocking. Hocking to Rogers. Rogers to Yates. Yates wide. Finds Couch. Couch coming through the centre. The leader's on by Exel. Oh, that is champagne football. Beautifully done and a great lead by Exel.
It's got to be a pretty good lineup if Paul Couch can't get in the starting 18. Didn't get a run until Brownless was injured. Now Axel has kicked 4 already, going for 5. And he's got it.
So Axel, who lined up at full forward, has struggled a bit in the early part of the season. Took a while to get into the senior side. But Geelong not only playing great champagne football, they're also finishing it off with a kicking at goal, having kicked 16 goals and only 4 behinds. But, their teamwork has been outstanding today. There's a pass, great foot pass by Couch. Axel leading well at full forward and kicking very well.
Well, they brought up a century in 50 minutes.
8 goals the difference. Greg Deere and the Hawks get themselves back into it. Oh, here they come again, Geelong. This is Darren Morgan, the lead again. Axel, yes! Oh, this is beautiful forward play. He is a great kick too, Gavin Axel, and his leading is beautiful, superb. And look at that pass.
Oh, it's tremendous. We'd like to be playing full forward today with the way they've delivered the ball into the forward line.
Well, this will put them 9 goals in front if he kicks this. And he's going for goal number 6, Gavin Axel. He's hooked this one. And, well, that's about the first mistake they've made all day. The first point that he has kicked, Gavin Axel.
And the first point for the quarter for Geelong.
8 goals, 1 for the term for the Cats. Rogers. Malcolm Blight knew about him at Woodville. Was very happy to pick him up. Discarded by Essendon. On the boundary line, Pritchard. Kick smothered. Out of play. Boundary throwing. So Geelong's forwards are not only kicking goals, but they're pressuring as well.
Half forward, and there's Burke. Quick kick. Oh, Rexel again. They've got to make a move there, surely. I mean, He's playing just too well, and McGuinness far too slow and playing from behind.
Well,
Bernie.
Langford must go back to full back now that Brownless is off the ground.
Well,
That was their big worry there in that first quarter. Brownless dominating.
McGuinness has had at least 6 kicked on him.
Well, here's the 6th coming up to Exel if he kicks this one from directly in front. And yes, no doubt about it. It's through another one to the Cats.
Yeah, Exel's had a great afternoon, but the way the ball's been delivered to that forward line. Yeah, Langford's going back there now. Good ruck play by Burke to get the ball down. Centering kick. And McGuinness, yeah, they're cheering the move too. Langford back to full back. Playing on Exel now. And McGuinness out to the half-back line.
Well, the Cats could be heading for a record score here. Comes down to Rogers. Wide to half forward. Couch bumped off it. Stoneham a good pick up for a big man. Hooks it up to the forward line. The Cats with the numbers. But the mark couldn't be taken. Collins gets the hand pass away. Couch in front. Comes back to Collins, who followed up. He's kicked to centre wing. He's bowled over the boundary line. And the mark to Hall on centre wing. Umpire Cameron coming back to have a word with Schultz. Hall's kick. Buchanara! Almost. His hand pass astray. Goes to Boss. Tuck been pretty quiet. Hall. Kennedy. Hawthorn haven't been under this pressure for about 5 years. They've played in 6 grand finals in a row, and they don't know what's hit them today.
I agree with you, Drew. The Geelong tackling and ferociousness has really put its typical Hawthorn style play. As we see the ball at half forward, but can they keep it up? If they play like this for 4 quarters, no one would beat them. Burke charging in and putting on a hard tackle. But they're a very committed side. I was talking to a few of the players before the game, and they were ferocious about losing last week's game against Fitzroy. They've copped a lot of flack from the coach, a lot of flack in the press, and they've come out and answered their critics today. Their performance. There's Steve Hocking trying to get his boot to the ball. Brereton tried to run through the pack. That's Greg Deere up in the air. Buchanara and Bairstow. Bairstow in front takes a good strong mark.
Well, Bairstow has come back a little bit since Buchanara's great start. Bairstow now 13 possessions and Buchanara still just 15. Hall can't take the mark. He's caught by Stoner. Back to Mew. Kick by Mew to half forward. Dunstall in front. Darcy well played to keep him off it. Boss. And the ball out of play. Well, Geelong are so strong at the moment. Ablett's playing in the back pocket, having kicked 3 goals from the wing earlier in the game.
Well, it's actually taken Ablett out of the game, but that's the discipline of the side. He's down there and he's got to accept it. There's Buse with a hand pass to Ablett, brilliantly done. Oh, beautiful football to Scott. Scott's gone short. The leader's on and the mark has been taken by Yates. Now, where's Exel? He's ducking back this time. The kick to half forward. Collins is playing well, he's working so hard in defence, Andrew Collins. Had allowed Ayres to kick it to Brereton, who marks over the top. The loose man is Aaron Kennedy. Let's see what the Hawks can do. Dunstall is on the lead. The low pass. Dunstall can't pick it up and puts it out of bounds. But, well, what brilliant football, Bernie, this is by the Cats.
Yeah, this is worthy of the grand final, the way both sides have approached this match today. We've seen the best football of the season.
When you think that Melbourne, grand finalists last year, won a game last week with just 11 goals, and Geelong have 17, with more to come, no doubt, to half-time. Ablett, very high kick, awkward for Boss. Brereton over the top, couldn't take the mark. It comes off to Scott. Great running by Bairstow. Brilliant football by the Cats. Oh, and a one-hander by Ayres. Umpire didn't play it. Comes to Couch. I think a bit lucky that one. To the goal square. Exel again, but couldn't take the mark. Comes to Denham. Back he goes with a hand pass to Couch, who was fortunate back near the centre. Snaps and misses. Probably justice.
Well, the Hawthorn supporters didn't like that decision against Gary Ayres, but Peter Cameron was right next to it. The short kick out comes to Platten. But they haven't looked good today, the Hawks, and that is entirely due to the great performance by Geelong. Tony Hall. Very good overhead, should mark this and does. He really is a strong mark, Hall. Gary Hocking's running everywhere that he's done his homework, Malcolm Blight. He has coached his side very, very well today as Hall brings it to half forward. Brereton in front, punched away by Boss. That's a loose ball to Tuck. Tuck to Whitman. Whitman hooks it back. Here's danger for Geelong because at the back is Dunstall. Pushes in the back. Dipier Domenico crashes in after. Pritchard is there. Good play, Pritchard. Shuffles it out to Dunstall, who taps it back to Buckenara. A quick kick by Buckenara. It's just 3 Hawthorn blokes at Ablett. Now it's Dipier Domenico. Kicks it off mid-air. And he's kicked it.
Hasn't been Dippers and Robert Dipier Domenico's best day. He was moved up into that forward pocket after being given a football lesson by Gary Ablett in that first quarter and the first part of the second quarter. And Hawthorn battling hard to get this goal. Desperation there by the Hawthorn forwards and also the Geelong defenders, but the ball fell into Dipier Domenico's hands.
Burke wins in the middle. Can they get it clear though? Umpire will ball it up again. We still have 2.5 minutes remaining to half time, and we've had 26 goals kicked. And I saw a game with MCG last Sunday with 46. We're ahead of that schedule. I didn't think that was possible. Whitman. Ablett behind Dipier Domenico. Whitman's kick was kick and hope. Ablett to centre wing to Buse. And what a game he's having. Left footer by Buse in the direction of Yates. Can he keep it in? Oh, good pickup by Mark Yates. A former defender turned forward. Scott's there. Spoil by Ayres. Straight onto the chest of Platten. Platten's kick wide. Dipier Domenico charges. Drops the mark. Whitman there to help out. He's caught high. Free kick to Whitman.
And the umpire will bring it back. 1 minute and 50 seconds of play. And the umpiring has been very good by Peter Cadman and Chris Mitchell in a frantic game. The ball's been up and down that ground very, very quickly. This is Chris Whitman. They could do with a couple of quick goals before half-time, Hawthorn. Brereton in front, punched away from him. Oh, they look a bit slow today, the Hawks, as Rogers comes away with the ball. Here's Paul Abbott charging after it. Oh, he overruns the ball. But Ayres brilliantly to Kennedy. Back to Ayres. Here's a quick kick on the left foot. And luck's a fortune because it's gone straight in the hands of Chris Whitman. Whitman in the centre of the ground. Now he's bringing it wide. Dunstall in front. Oh, he just stuck the head a bit as it's grabbed there by Platten. Straight up in the air. There's only one man back there. That is Mark Bairstow. But even Jason Dunstall lost a bit of confidence there.
I think it's very difficult at that end of the ground with the sun as it is, Peter.
Bairstow to Darcy. And he finds Rogers at centre halfback, who's kept Tuck right out of the game, Andrew Rogers. 17-6 to 9 goals for. 50-point lead to the Cats. Big climb by Stoner. Feeds out the hand pass to Buse, who's knocked up getting kicks. Exel again. Not quite this time. Scott the Rover. Under pressure. Breaks the tackle. Handball is blocked by McGuinness. Finds Mew running past. The Hawks looking for another one before half-time. Dipier Domenico, centre of the ground. He's trying to bounce away from Rogers. Nobody back there. Offline and out of bounds.
Oh, gee, Darcy's doing well on Dunstall. He's got him covered every time he goes to lead, and that put Dipier Domenico under pressure there because he didn't know where to kick the ball. Dunstall was covered beautifully by Darcy as the ball is right beside that behind post. 16 seconds of play left. They really need a goal here, the Hawks. It's in front of their goal as it's shuffled back towards the line and over it and behind just before half time to the Hawks. And the siren about to go. 59 to 108. And time is actually up. The siren they must wait for the siren until Darcy kicks the ball back into play. So when he kicks it, there it is, the siren. What a magnificent half of football by Geelong at half-time here at Princess Park. In a boil over so far, the Cats lead 17-6, 108 to the Hawks, 9-5-59.
Second half about to get underway. A 49-point lead to the Cats. Di Domenico on the bench for the Hawks after getting a thrashing from Ablett in the first half. Anderson to Mew, but there's no room through there, and the umpire will ball it up again. 108-59, a spectacular display by the Cats in the first half. Brownless still on the bench, injured in the second quarter, and many changes having been made. Brereton in a forward pocket for the Hawks. Abbott at one touch in the first half, back towards the centre of the ground. Ayres. Oh, great play by Gary Ayres. He's kicked a half forward. Buckenara had just three touches in the second quarter after being brilliant in the first. He seemed to be limping with an injury, but he gets it out to Hall. Centering kick. Brereton there. Well done. Anderson bumped off it. And that will be a ball up in front of goal.
Well, the tackling of Geelong today has been magnificent. Brereton not in the game at all today, although he kicked two quick goals early. That's about all he's done, Dermot. He's trying hard as usual, but their first half, Geelong was sensational. Oh, that's a free kick. Oh, could have been the Hawthorn player was grabbed. Morrissey's now on the ground, goes in after it. Now it's Condon. Here's a chance for Morrissey, who's on the ground. Brereton! Now, is it a mark? I think it is. Right in front of goal. And can the Hawks come back? They normally do. He will come right around on the boundary line. And I would suggest Bernie Quinlan, should he run out onto the left and hook it in?
Well, I would have suggested that he shepherd that one through from Morrissey in the first place, because he's made it very difficult for himself.
Well, there's the great camera shot. A very acute angle. Will he run out? No, I think he's going the... Yes, he does now, and kicks a banana kick and puts it through.
So Brereton lining up more in the forward pocket than at centre half forward at the start of this second half. Morrissey, who spent the first half on the bench, which was a little bit surprising because he's a top player, Morrissey. And there's Brereton. Maybe it was the right decision going for the mark, because it may have been going towards the post, but running around and kicking the banana kick for the goal. So his third.
Well, the Hawks got the first two goals of the second quarter, but it didn't stop them getting a thrashing. They need to keep it going. Burke to Morgan, but the hand pass is blocked by Anderson. Safe chest mark in defence to Bairstow. Mark Bairstow towards the outer side for space. Scott leads the race over Pritchard. Robert Scott keeps the ball out in front of himself. Stoneham, good pick up for a big man. Back to Couch. Geelong player down, Stoneham in the background. Denham's hand pass astray. Condon to Platten. Platten out of defence. Good kick. Tony Hall centre wing.
Oh, you don't worry about the Hawks. They'll come back. They always do. But if they win this game, then they are a superstar side, as we see the ball being brought up towards half forward by Hall. There's Dunstall! He's marked. It was Condon, I should say, kicked that up to him. Now, Jason Dunstall has had a few kicks up there at full forward today. He's only kicked one. He's had a couple of shots from the 50-metre line, or is it 45 metres as it was measured during the week. There's the kick. Won't quite get there. Brereton up in front. It's a loose ball to the pocket. Geelong players desperately trying to get it out. They wouldn't want to let the Hawks get a run on, or someone's hurt his hand there. It could be Andrew Hughes. No, it's not. It's Michael Cole winging the hand. And he might have a dislocated finger or such. It's deep in that forward pocket. Let's see how good the Hawks are today. As over the back was Morrissey. It's smothered off his boot as players pouncing on top of it. And it'll be another bounce down.
Hawthorn in attack and desperately needing to get plenty of goals on the board. Brereton somehow gets boot to ball across the face of goal.
It was over the line, Drew.
How did he even win possession there? And look at the Hawthorn fans rising to doom him.
He read that well, Dermot, because he knew that the Geelong ruckman Burke would be trying to knock it through for behind. He slipped in there and gained possession somehow, but good play by Brereton.
Well, the Cats threw a game against Fitzroy last week when they were 5 or 6 goals in front. Let's see if the Hawks can come back at them. Paul Habit, a quick kick. Dunstall! Oh, a diving attempt. Here's Brereton. taps it away. Could be a free kick for holding the man. The Hawthorn player appealing for it. The umpire said no as it's shuffled out, but there's a lot of urgency out there with Hawthorn this quarter, Bernie.
They need to do something, Peter, because their first half wasn't up to standard, the normal Hawthorn standard.
Well, they're only 7 goals down. That's not insurmountable. It's punched down. Tony Hall is there, charging in after it with desperation. The Cat players are in there too. Gary Hocking, one of them. It's shuffled out. A quick hand pass. Comes out with the brilliant Ablett. Ablett striding down the ground. Some good, strong shepherding by Rogers. Ablett, the long driving kick. Scott McGuinness tries to... Oh, Yates! Was it a mark? The umpire said no. Oh, that was close to a mark, but it might have just touched the ground. A great attempt by Mark Yates, and the ball is shuffled through from behind.
He may have had claims there for a mark. Geelong fans certainly thought he had. Chris Langford back in defence where he should be. Kicks out, no great distance. Ablett climbs on the pack, can't take the mark. Condon at the back, hand pass blocked by Hughes. Condon again, goes past Morrissey. With him is Cole. Morrissey back in with a chance. Gets it to Platten. Platten threw the ball out. Umpire said play on to Morrissey. Hawks looking better. Dunstall or Brereton. Brereton marks in front of the full forward. 50 metres out.
I think Dermott should have given that to Dunstall then. Not the mark. He had 3 options to kick it to. He'll have to kick the goal now, Drew.
In the flashy green boots. Dermott Brereton has missed it.
Well, the opportunity was there to get the ball on quickly. Gary Ayres was making position, and he would have only been kicking from about 30 metres had he passed that one.
Well, he actually had an option of 3 players to kick it to, then on their own, and he elected to go for the kick himself. But there is Darcy from fullback. Oh, look at the mark! No, oh yes, he's paid the mark to Stoneham. A brilliant mark by the big centre-half forward. Stoneham towards half forward. Abbott, Yates at the back. Ablett been absolutely brilliant. Knocks it away. A strong tackle is put on the Geelong player, and a sense of desperation now in the Hawthorn side.
Let's have a look at the mark of Stoneham again. What a climb. The Cats have it at centre half forward. Neither ruckman can get it clear. Anderson does for Hawthorn. Kick by Mew. Awkward bouncing ball. Good trap by Gary Hocking. Another ball up. So there's more pressure. Both teams holding the ball in a little bit better in this third quarter than they did in the first half, which produced 26 goals. The Hawks have the only goal for this third quarter so far. Comes to Stephen Hocking. He's left-footed a half forward. Oh, Abbott. And the umpire said play on. And now he gives him a free kick.
It was a similar one almost to the Mark Yates one a moment ago. Probably just touched the ground as he took it to the ground. Good attempt by Abbott though. Oh, there's some pushing and shoving. They were both doing it though. Good umpiring to let it go. Oh, brilliant play by Andrew Hughes. A long driving kick down to the forward line. Collins is disciplined. He's probably been nearly Hawthorn's best player. Schultz is there against Abbott. Back it comes to Langford. Langford's caught. He's lost it to Yates. Yates from the pocket. Tries to hook it back. Abbott's there. Taps it back, but it's still in play to Geelong. This is Scott. Scott's going for the short one. Oh, back it comes to Stone, and desperation stakes from all players. Yates, what a tremendous tackle put on Yates. Wow, what a great tackle that was, and the player was Gary Ayres.
They've lifted the desperation, haven't they, Hawthorn? And they need to, because they're a long way behind. They need a lot of goals and quickly in this third quarter to get back into the match.
Well, the first half brilliant for its attack. The second half so far brilliant for its defence. Hughes' kick is smothered. Comes back outside 50. Tuck, been very quiet. Shuffled out to Hughes. High kick. Denham in front. Comes to Platten or Mew. Chris Mew over to the former Brownlow medalist. What a great kick to Hall. Brilliant kick. And to Brereton. Sensational football by the Hawks. Brereton may be too far out to score. Pops over the short one. Hall had kept going. Now it's Condon, and he's got it in the forward pocket.
Gee, they look like those two,
don't they?
Drew.
Anthony Condon, who came on after half-time in a revamped Hawthorn lineup. Dippia Domenico on the bench. Condon, good kick, beauty.
Hawthorn are now starting to move the ball better, winning the ball around the packs. There's Bill Brownless back on the ground, and he has replaced Sean Denham.
I don't think Andrew Collins will pick him up. He's running down with him, but a bit of a mismatch there, Bernie.
A little bit too tall, I think, Bill Brownless. Too strong in the air, but a good goal there for Hawthorn through Condon.
Well, the centre of the ground. Can the Hawks come back? They never give up this side. Catch out to the brilliant Ablett. Oh, look at Ablett. 2 bounces. 50 metres out, Gary Ablett. Oh, he's an exciting player. And he's missed. But oh, what a great sight to see the Geelong champ in his 100th game come down the centre wing bouncing the ball like that. And his first quarter today was absolutely perfect football.
Well, the Cats have had 2 behinds on the board in this third quarter. At one stage, they went 11 goals straight, first and second quarters. Tunnelled out, comes to Pritchard. Nobody's got time now. Platten goes back. Anderson, centre of the ground. Condon again. Going well. Off to Mew. Mew's past to Buckenara. Who's been hardly sighted since he twisted an ankle late in the first quarter. He had 14 possessions in the first quarter, Gary Buckenara, and just 3 in the second quarter. He goes for the Hawks' 3rd goal for this quarter and gets it.
Just shows you can never write Hawthorn off. They are a very good side. They've got plenty of talent in that side. They are starting to move the ball a lot quicker into the forward line. Space is being found and made. Buckenara there with plenty of space. And they are just showing that you can never write them off.
They always come back. 3 goals to Gary Buckenara. The bounce of the ball, Greg Deere, it's important to get it out of the centre. That was Damien Burke. The big fist away, but here they come again. Morrissey or Ablett intercepting beautifully to Scott. Back it comes to Steve Hocking. He was looking for Ablett. In went Scott McGuinness. He shuffles it out to Platten. Platten, a hand pass he had no one to give it to, so he's gone wide. Pritchard working hard. Great play by the little former Tasmanian. And that urgency is there, and they're coming back hard, the Hawks.
31 points the difference. Burke wins. Couch playing on Ayres now in the middle. Comes to Scott. Couch again. Spent half a game on the bench. The umpire's giving in for holding the man and the free kick to Paul Couch. His left footer. A centering kick, that's all. No great distance. Brownless in after it. Deere to Abbott. Ayres, brilliant play. Ayres been moved up into the engine room. To Hall with Gary Hocking. Well played by Tony Hall. Brilliant football. Support by Pritchard. The Hawks have lifted out of sight. Pritchard, long kick to the forward line. Oh, what a defensive mark. Darcy.
What a fantastic mark under pressure, Bernie.
Great pressure. Tim Darcy has played a great game. Dunstall only having kicked the 1 goal.
Tim Darcy. Brereton running across the mark. The long kick. Ablett! Oh, nearly took the mark, but it's not there. Platten, the short one is on. Is that a free kick? The umpire didn't think so. David Brereton with an open goal, and he's put his 4th through. They're back in business, the Hawks.
Looking at the match, you'd say Brereton has been very quiet. When you look at his stats, there's 4 goals beside his name. Only had 7 kicks. Played the first half at centre-half forward. Has been moved into the forward pocket, where he has been very damaging. 4 goals to Dermot Brereton. Hawthorn back in this match. Half-time you wouldn't have given them a chance, but a good move by Jones.
Well, Drew, you can never write this side off. No wonder they've been in 6 grand finals. It'd be a miracle if they can win this.
But some of the switches, Brereton forward pocket, Buckenara forward pocket, Ayres in the centre. They've just turned this side upside down, and haven't they come out fighting in this third quarter. Hawthorn have kicked the only 4 goals for the third term. Here's Gary Ayres, lifting them in the middle. Dunstall and Brereton both there. Hocking gets the hand pass away. And out of defence goes Couch. Wide to Scott or Ablett. Oh, Scott left it for Ablett. He wasn't quite ready for it. Now Robert Scott on his right boot to half forward. Stoneham, spoiled by Mew. Stoneham goes in to apply the tackle. And the umpire will ball it up.
Well, the umpiring today has been excellent. Peter Cameron and Chris Mitchell, they've let the game flow, they've been consistent, and that's why we've seen an outstanding game of football. A sensational first half by Geelong, and the Hawks proving what a champion side they are. They are coming back hard. Here they come again. Dean Anderson to Morrissey, who spent the first half on the bench. Morrissey tries to shuffle out, he's dragged down, and this will be another bounce down by umpire Chris Mitchell. The scoreboard shows 17-8 Geelong. They kicked 17 to half time, of course. And Hawthorn on 13-7. 4 goals won the difference.
Bairstow back in the middle for Geelong. Couch going to the forward pocket. Ayres again. Why, geez, played a great third quarter, Gary Ayres. Here's trouble. The hand pass by Anderson to Buckenara. Hurried kick. Offline out into the forward pocket. And there'll be a throw-in.
I think the move that's made the difference has been Ayres into the centre. He started to give them a bit of lift, a bit of drive out of the centre, winning the ball.
Hawks in attack. Deere wins the tap. Ablett takes it away from the opposition. Throws the boot of the ball. Across the ground it goes. Dunstall leads the race. Just outside 50. Clever play. Oh, on the bounce, but Condon took his eyes off it. Hand pass from Bairstow comes out wide. Well played by Collins. Back he goes to Dunstall, a long way from goal. Rovers needed. Tuck been pretty quiet. Taken over the line by Buse for boundary throwing.
Oh, the Hawthorn crowd roaring for deliberate, but it would have taken a brave umpire as Andrew Buse stepped across the line. Greg Deere and Hall over the back is Ayres, who Bernie Quinlan said has made a big difference. Here's Collins, shuffles it out the Hall. Tony Hall at open goal and he's missed. So now the difference is exactly 4 goals. With the Hawks, what a brilliant comeback. Darcy, long, but it's got to come back. It's got to have another kick, and that's lucky for Hawthorn because Bairstow was clear. Brilliant quarter this by the Hawks there. Barnstorming style of play, in after the ball, backing each other up, tackling hard. And, well, one of the best games of football you'd ever wish to see here at Princes Park today. This is Darcy again. Long driving kick. Now, over the back of the pack. Well, Hocking in front. In fact, was at the front. Now they've got the man on the loose. It's Bairstow to Scott. The leader's on as Scott kicks it long. Langford, Exel, over the back was Exel. In went Abbott. Abbott tucks it underneath him. Could almost have been holding the ball. The loose one comes to Hocking, but the umpire says it's my ball and he'll bounce it in front of the Geelong goal.
Well, Geelong facing a comeback for the second week in a row at the same ground. Can they withstand the pressure? They couldn't last week against Fitzroy and were beaten on the siren. Be another ball up. Hasn't been a good ground for Geelong, Princes Park. But you'd think after kicking 17 goals to half-time, surely they had a mortgage on this game, but there was still an hour of football to go, and Hawthorn dominating this third quarter. John Platten fantastic. Wide to Hall. Stoneham into his back, or rather Gary Hocking. Free kick to Hall. Takes it quickly. Only gets up to centre wing. Morrissey flips one over his shoulder to Kennedy. Kennedy steers the pass to Dunstall. Not quite. Still inside 50. Gets round. On the right boot, Jason Dunstall. Brereton on the goal line. Yes!
Unbelievable, Dermot Brereton. First half, he wasn't concentrating on going for the ball. He was doing a little bit of the rough stuff. Now going for his 5th goal, and he shouldn't miss it from there.
That's 5 goals, 3 this quarter to 2 behinds.
And 3 goals in this quarter to Dermot Brereton. So a few moves that June's made at half-time have all come off. Ayres playing in the centre. Di Domenico off the field. Had a very poor first half. And Brereton up into that forward pocket, virtually playing as a second full forward alongside Jason Dunstall.
Geelong yet to score a goal in this quarter, and they need one, and they need it badly. Platten has been tremendous in this quarter. There's the man Ayres. Towards half forward, Collins has been a good player all day. Yates under pressure. There he is, Ayres. To Condon. Condon onto the left foot. Oh, look at the loose man. It's Buckenara on his own. No one near him for 30 metres, and he's only 30 metres out directly in front.
What a turnaround this. If Hall had to kick that last goal, running into the open goal. Now Buckenara, they're right back in this match, Hawthorn.
Back in it, they'll be 2 goals down after being 8 down at half-time. If he can kick it. Oh, I think he's put it through. Yes, another one to the mighty Hawks.
Unbelievable, Hawthorn. 2 goals to Buckenara. Had a fantastic first quarter. 2 goals in this quarter, Buckenara. 4 goals all up. There he is. Great kicking style for goal. Buckenara back in the match in this 3rd quarter, bringing Hawthorn back into the game.
How good a side are they, Drew?
Magnificent team, Hawthorn. 6 goals in 22 minutes. Geelong going forward through Bewes' tap on. Kennedy overruns the ball. Tapped out by Pritchard to Kennedy. He's caught in Stoneham's tackle. Kennedy for the 3rd time. Platten. Hacked out of there by Hawthorn. Comes to Bairstow. Hurried boot to ball. A chance here for Geelong. Exel. Charged at it, missed it. Brownless, not 100%. Back to Exel. Free kick was going to be paid, but Exel kicks his 7th.
A little bit fortunate. There's Platten laying on the ground. Looks like he's badly injured. And they're calling for a stretcher, so that's terrible news for Hawthorn. Is it Platten?
Yes.
Gee, that's a sorry sight if it is Johnny Platten. I think it is. That shock of curly hair. I didn't see how he injured himself, but Hawthorn need him firing out there. He's brought them back into the game, winning the ball out of the centre. But Exel with 7 goals. It's been a magic performance by him at full forward.
This is Yates from half-back. He's gone long. Down to Hocking. Platten's up. That's good news for the Hawks. The short one is on. It's Bairstow and he marks. And I think I'll say the 45-metre mark because this has been measured during the week. There he is, the Hawthorn champ. And Geelong steadying, and they needed to. They lead by 3 goals. Bairstow the long kick. It's a beautiful looking kick, just offline though, and through for a behind, but they're not out of the woods yet, because we'll have a look at that incident with Johnny Platten again. Let's have a look. He went to tackle. Oh, wrist. Look to see he got the wrist high on Brownless. Here's Chris Muir at the back taking a good mark at half back. And the use of the ball, as usual, impeccable, Hawthorn, as he's gone wide to Condon, and he's found him on centre wing. Platten coming off. He's definitely injured that wrist. That's shocking news. Oh, Condon shouldn't have gone short there. That was dangerous to Collins. That allows Ablett to go for the long booming kick. Chris Muir at the back. Oh, he didn't go to the punch. I think he might have been caught in the sun, and a lovely mark to Michael Schultz.
Well, that's amazing to see Platten off the ground. I don't think he's missed a game since he came over from Adelaide. Schultz to full forward. Oh, it comes to the back to Gary Hocking.
Hawthorn thrown out of this a little bit with Platten off the ground. We've got both their Brownlow medalists Dippy Domenico and Platten on the bench. There's Schultz after taking the mark, went direct, long and direct. And Gary Hocking at the back of the pack, not a Hawthorn player there to do the tidying up. So a handy goal, that one, to Geelong.
Four goals the difference. Geelong steadying. 4 goals, 1 in fact. Now, can the Hawks get another one? There's Ayres going in strongly. Steve Hocking is there. Tony Hall, beautifully done. Steve Hocking to Ablett. Ablett, the long driving kick. Chris Muir at the back, a beautiful mark under pressure. They've got a loose man out wide. It's Darren Pritchard. Pritchard on half back. Let's see what the Hawks can do. They're down by 25 points. It's a lot better than half time. Now there's Buckenara, a great mark. Gee, their use of the ball is beautiful, Hawthorn.
Come back into it. Buckenara, especially in this quarter, along with Brereton. The forward line is starting to function a lot better than that first half.
He's going the torpedo punt kick. He's hooked it to the pocket. Tony Hall's ducking back. Can't take the mark, and the ball is over the line. We have left in this quarter 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Well, John Platten getting treatment there for his shoulder. Looks as though he almost just wrenched it out of its socket. Morrissey. Interception down there, and Geelong out of trouble through Schultz. Ball over the centre wing. Stoneham here with Mew. Good use of the body by Chris Mew. He waited for the free to come.
It's a bad decision, though, Drew.
Yes, didn't really attack the ball. He just hovered wide to Anderson. 123 plays 98. Anderson finds Ayres. Good distance on the turn. Boss. Trouble here. Condon. Short pass. Buckenara knocked off it. Shepherding it. Buckenara free kick.
No doubt about that one.
Well, Buckenara still limping, I think, from that first quarter. Let's have a look at this. Yes, Couch did not look at the ball. He was just charging straight at Buckenara. And that is a good decision by the umpire.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Gary Buckenara feeling a bit sore at the moment. He's kicked 4 goals for the match. Well, they've already got Dippy, Domenico and Platten on the bench. And they don't need any more injuries. Buckenara just about right in front. 35 metres out. Kicks his 5th.
So that's 3 goals in this quarter to both Brereton and Buckenara. 3 goals both players have kicked. And they're the 2 players that brought them back into the match. There's that free kick again against Couch, and he just did not look at the ball.
And Blight has punished Couch for it. He's gone straight to the bench, replaced by Troy.
Gee, they can't afford to. Oh, look at that. That hurt him when he kicked that goal, so he is in a bit of trouble, Buckenara. I think he'll have to come off. They have got Dippy Domenico on the bench, but there's Deere. They need another one, the Hawks. They've got 2.5 minutes to do it. Here's Condon. He's running to half back. Onto the left foot he goes. Oh, beautiful disposal again to Pritchard. Here they come again. Ayres has been terrific in this quarter in the centre of the ground. 2 bounces. 3 bounces, Gary Ayres. Onto the left foot, he hooks it back to the centre. Oh, the bounce. Beats the Geelong player, Darren Troy, and bounces through for a point. But there's a lot of football left in this game yet. 16-9 to 19-9. 3 goals the difference. Cats in front.
Tim Darcy kicks in. Looking for Rogers, who takes the mark. Geelong had 2-1 there against Anderson. Rogers, not prominent, but he's done a stopping job on tuck. Stoneham gets the hand pass away to Bairstow. Bairstow, open goal. Kicks it. No, it just missed. Well, when you get a straight run of goal like that with nothing to stop, you really should drill those.
Gee, that could be costly. That could have been a bit of breathing space for Geelong, because now Hawthorn have got the possession. Ayres is loose. Now, can it get to him? It can. Now, this is where they're dangerous, Hawthorn, because Scott McGuinness, will he get the bounce of it? Now he's got it, McGuinness. Should kick long up to the forward line. Oh, he's gone the shot. That's bad play. But he's found Dunstall eventually after a fumble. Dunstall hooks it back. Brereton again. Can he do the miraculous? He sets himself in front. No mark. Tapped away by Morrissey. Darren Morgan after it will head for the line. And that might have been deliberate. The Hawthorn supporters thought so, but I think the umpire was right.
Hawthorn in attack. They've stormed back in this third quarter. Scott in trouble. Gets the hand pass away. Brereton bowled over by Bairstow. Hand pass Troy to Boss. Kick by Boss to centre half forward. Schultz. Oh, Brown has stopped the ball getting to Schultz. It's all Hawthorn now. Oh, McGuinness losing ground. Might lose the ball yet. Made it tough for Langford. Great pick up by Kennedy. And well played by Chris Langford. Not a great kick. Shocker, in fact, straight onto the chest of Scott.
Yeah, bad kick. They had some 25 seconds of play left for someone to score as Greg Deere. He'll get outpaced by Morgan, I would imagine. Good play by Deere to keep going and still ended up with the ball. And he's grabbed from behind. And I think time will run out as it's clock ticking down. 10 seconds of play left. I think we'll run out of time. But a great comeback in this quarter by the Hawks. It set the game up for a tremendous last quarter. There it is. A brilliant third quarter by Hawthorn. They're back in the game, but Geelong still lead by 19 points. 19 goals, 10, 124. They lead Hawthorn 16-9, 105.
Start of the last quarter and the margin back to 19 points after it had been 49 at half-time. Ayres out of the middle as he did so often in the third quarter. Stephen Hocking charges straight at it, wins possession. Up to half forward for the Cats. Brother Gary there. Comes Hawthorn's way, Pritchard. Pops it out wide to Anderson, who's got plenty of space on the outer wing. Changes on the Hawthorn lineup again. Buckenara and Platten on the bench, both injured. Di Domenico wins a reprieve. He's playing at half forward flank this quarter. Yates. And that will be a ball up.
The first couple of goals of this quarter, very, very important. We saw Geelong with an 8-goal lead at half-time, and they've picked it back Hawthorn to 3. 3 goals, 1 in fact, and you wouldn't want to let Hawthorn get 2 quick ones in this quarter or they'd be in all sorts of trouble. Geelong, their first half performance was nothing short of sensational. Geelong, here's Bairstow. Oh, he's gone across goal. Brereton is there, 2 Hawthorn men leading for the ball. One of them is Condon. Can he pick it up? He's heading towards the line. He can't do so. And in fact, Mark Boss was there to help it across.
Well, Ablett put Brereton down behind the play with a Shepherd, and Brereton looking for a free. We haven't seen those two on each other as yet in the game, even though it was talked about in the pre-game build-up.
That was a free kick.
How could the umpire miss that, Bernie? That was a dead-set charge.
Well, maybe he was behind the pack and couldn't see what had happened, but Brereton just absolutely charged the Geelong player there.
Well, Mark Yates is the man down. Dermott ran straight at him, and down he went. Oh, well done by Whitman. Di Domenico! And he has just missed, but Mark Yates is still down behind the play. There's Di Domenico, there's Yates now being attended to. The difference of 3 straight goals. The Hawks a magnificent third quarter here, but very lucky Dermott to get away without giving a free kick there. Tuck in front, shoved off the ball. There's Whitman cleverly to Pritchard. Pritchard on the left foot. This is a Hawthorn mark coming up to Kennedy, and that's 50 metres almost. No, it wasn't as bad as it looked at first, but there is John Kennedy, 60 metres out from goal. The short pass is on to Dunstall, and he's marked it. Is that in the half volley, do you think, Bernie?
No, I think he marked it quick.
Yates going off.
Mark Yates, after that heavy knock from Brereton, going off the ground, copped it very low. Now, they need this, the Hawks. He's only kicked 1 goal for the game, Jason Dunstall. Darcy's done well on him. There's the kick, it's swinging back. Yes, he's threaded it through there, 2 goals down.
There's Denham coming onto the ground after Yates had to leave the field. He ran off the ground, so he may not be too bad. He may be able to come back on later if required. Have a look at that mark again. I'm sure he got his hands under that one, Pete.
Yep.
And the shot at goal, he drifted it back nicely.
Well, Hawthorn have won 4 straight since losing in the first round. They've got to come from behind if they're going to win today. Stoneham off the left boot. McGuinness intercepted by Stoneham. Stoneham kick smothered by Tuck. Brilliant football by the veteran. Comes to Gary Hocking. Off to Bairstow. And Bairstow hooks it. And that's another bad miss by Mark Bairstow. He's had 2 of those.
Yes, he could have nailed Hawthorn just before three-quarter time and he missed the sitter, and that was another sitter, and that could be costly against this side. You can't afford to give them any edge whatsoever. Langford starting to get on top of Exel. And the bounce, oh, that even favoured Hawthorn as Ayres has made a big difference. Oh, brilliantly done to Whitman. Well played, Gary Ayres. Brereton. Oh, that's 50 metres. Well, if that is not 50 metres, I don't know what is.
I agree, Peter. Peter put him down.
Well, he put him down. Have a look at this.
There's a mark. He keeps going, and there it is. Throws him over.
Well, there's Brereton kicking from 40 metres. He's hooked it, and I can't believe that. What's that rule there for?
Well, we see a lot of 50-metre penalties given for a lot less, well, I'd say severe things than on that occasion.
Kick in by Darcy. Deer at the back, thumps down. Gains 25 metres. It comes to Buse. Got a wall in front of him. Stephen Hocking in trouble. Just gets it away. Troy to Boss. Boss's kick short of half forward. Mew with Stoneham. Brownless over the top. Denham had just 4 touches in the first 3 quarters. Through Scott it goes to Bairstow. Kick smothered by Tuck again. Chance here for Scott. Spins out of one. Back into another. Comes to Exel. He runs into a brick wall. By gee, the Hawks are putting on the pressure. Bairstow, forward pocket, unmarked is Scott. He plays on. Goes for the hand pass, and it's a goal to Hocking.
Well, it just shows that 50-metre penalty, had it been paid, Hawthorn would have been right back in this match. Now it's going to be very difficult for them. Scott in the forward pocket, marking unattended. Saw the opportunity to play on the handball over the top, and an easy goal to Hocking.
Well, a steadying goal. 2 goals to Gary Hocking. I've got him for 3 actually, but there's Morrissey. Now Ayres. Ayres shuffles it out. It's punched away by Troy. That was beautiful play. To Stoneham, to Michael Cole. Cole on the bounce. Swings onto the left foot. Brings it back. Exel. Yes! Great mark, Exel. 20 metres out directly in front, and I really think that 50-metre penalty's made a huge difference.
Well, it looks like it's going to be, Peter. The difference probably between Hawthorn getting back into this match and now with Exel having a shot at his 8th goal. So it's been a great performance by Exel.
He's led beautifully, Gavin Exel. And this will make it hard for the Hawks. Gavin Exel's popped it through for another one.
6 goals in that first half to Exel and 2 in this second half when Langford's been moved back there. And there you see the margin. It's going to be very tough for Hawthorn to get back into the match, especially with Platten and Buckenara on the bench, both injured, unable to probably come back onto the ground.
Well, Exel, he kicked 5 goals last week, 8 this week. 4 goals the difference. And the Cats have kicked the last 2. Very important. It comes to Di Domenico. 2 against 2. Dunstall in front. Darcy a spoil. Comes back to Dunstall. 40 metres out. Short pass to Hall. Great football. Hall goals.
Wasn't that unselfish play there by Dunstall? He's only kicked 2 goals this afternoon, but he's given a couple away. One to Brereton and that one to Hall. Always looking around to give the ball to a player in a better position is Jason Dunstall. There it is, has a quick look. Didn't worry about the goal, saw Hall running in there. Perfect pass. Made it very easy for Tony Hall to finish it off.
Brilliant play by Dunstall. He's had a quiet day by his standards, but again showing his unselfishness. Damien Burke, Greg Deere, and that centre bounce vital. Three goals the difference. In went Deere. It's a loose ball. Bairstow was there and Morrissey as they crash in after it. Dippy Domenico, Hall throwing his weight in. Oh, here comes Morrissey. Over the top to Hall. Hall wide. Here's a chance for Anderson. An open goal. He chips. And I think it's another one to the Hawks. Yes.
What a game. Anderson kicks his second. And Hawthorn, well, I thought they were in a bit of strife, those last two Geelong goals, but now Hawthorn kicking the last two. Right back in this match. They're fighting hard. Dippy Domenico back on the ground. Morrissey has played a great game in this second half. Ends up with Anderson. And Anderson kicks the easy goal, but they're teaming well, combining well now, Hawthorn. A lot of desperation.
They've kicked 40 goals between them. Who'll kick the most by the end? Ayres out of the middle. Chance here again for Hawthorn. Hall shuffles it out to Morrissey. Morrissey, a short pass, Dunstall. And he'll go back and kick for goal to put the Hawks within one straight kick.
Wasn't a great play by Morrissey. Unselfish play by Dunstall on that first occasion when he gave it to Hall. And now Morrissey passing that one to Dunstall in a better position.
Well, this will be 3 goals in 2 minutes to the Hawks. And they're within 1 goal.
Unbelievable. Jason Dunstall kicks his third goal. Quiet afternoon, but Hawthorn, I thought half-time, it's all over. Geelong well in front, 49 points in front at half-time, and look at the Hawthorn machine. They've got moving. Dunstall kicking a couple of goals. Brereton dominating up on the forward line. And you just cannot underestimate this side.
Brilliant performance this by Hawthorn. Can they go on with it? The Cats, a sensational first half. Hawthorn coming back at them like the champion side they are. And this is the sort of tactics where Hawthorn are good. The barnstorming play in the centre of the ground. Let's watch this bounce, because there's Mark Yates warming up after being unceremoniously dumped by Dermot Brereton. It's tapped out wide. It's a free kick to Hawthorn. Greg Deere. They wouldn't want to let the Hawks get level. Geelong, he's gone wide. Brereton over the back of the pack. There he is, the Hawthorn champ after it. He's got it. No, he hasn't. Trying to pick it up. Now he shuffles it out. Morrissey weaves from the boundary line. Dunstall ducks back. And he can't get there quickly enough before the ball bounces over the line. But what a fantastic comeback. Damien Burke off the ground. Coming on is Mark Yates.
Well, Jamie Morrissey has proved to be as slippery as an eel in the last 5 minutes. He's been in everything. Kennedy doing the ruck work for Hawthorn. Troy for Geelong. Scott under pressure. Just gets the hand pass away. Anderson a fly hack at it. Bairstow, the hand pass to Ablett. Beautiful hand pass over the top to Morgan. The Cats down the middle. Morgan's kick long to full forward. Exel. Not quite this time. He's after it again. Still got it on the 50. 1 against 1. Hocking for Geelong. Can't mark. It's a behind. Could be important.
Andrew Collins has been an outstanding player all day. He is under enormous pressure. He is chased and harassed. Hasn't had a million possessions, but boy, he's been one of Hawthorn's best players. The little chip pass across comes to Collins. They've got possession again. McGuinness runs underneath the ball. And that could be costly because Michael Schultz has taken the mark. He brings it to the pocket. Over the back is Langford, and under pressure that Hawthorn defence is magnificent. This is Langford. Kicking long, Ayres, centre of the pack. The wide ball. Ingard, would you believe it? He's got it, Ayres. Out to Condon. Morrissey has been tremendous. Kicks it off the ground over the line, but Geelong not out of the woods because they only lead by 7 points. The Hawks coming hard out of Morrissey. Bernie has been great since half-time.
Yes, I don't know how you could leave a player of his ability on the bench for so long.
Hawthorn have kicked 4 goals to 2 in this last quarter. Buckenara warming up. He seemed to twist an ankle late in the first quarter after starting sensationally. Here's Morrissey again. A tap out was clever by Hall to Pritchard. Dippy Domenico. Back he goes. Shot for goal by Kennedy. He's got it.
What a combination, Hawthorn. Dippy Domenico had a dirty first half. Hardly had a touch, but back in the match. Kennedy finishing off with that left foot, but tremendous desperation by Hawthorn. Morrissey again, starting off the play to to Di Domenico and Kennedy on that left boot.
They are a great side. Make no mistake about this side. Even if they don't win the game, they're a great side to come back like this. 1 point the difference. The Cats in front. It's punched back to Domenico. Oh, beautiful play that by Stoneham. Or is it Brownless? No, it's Stoneham. He hooks it back. Langford and Exel. Langford in front. It's a mark. A Geelong mark by Gary Hocking. Beautiful mark. Side of the pack. And the Cats are going to hit back.
Yeah, the ball curled around there. It was a centering kick. Screwed back there. The couple of Hawthorn players caught underneath it. And Hocking in the better position.
Gary Hocking kicks. And goal.
3 goals to Hocking, all in the second half. So a little bit of breathing space to Geelong. But they're not certain winners yet, because Hawthorn coming home as Di Domenico not able to control that. Stoneham, who's played a good game, dashing out of the centre there. Screws the ball back, and the carry on that ball brought it over the heads of the Hawthorn players. Hocking in the good position to take the mark.
Just under 14 minutes remaining in the game, and Geelong back out to a 7-point lead. Deere wins in the middle, but it comes to Hughes, or Bairstow it was. Whitman for Hawthorn. High to half forward, but Michael Cole camped underneath it. Kick by Cole over the wing. Big punch out by Condon. Gary Hocking, who kicked the last goal. Clever kick to Scott. And a good mark. Geelong aren't done with yet. Schultz gets high and marks. Right in front, 50 metres out. Michael Schultz played most of his football in defence. Can he kick a big goal here to set up a buffer zone? Off the side. Hocking in there again. The umpire says you're holding it. Hawthorn free.
Scott McGuinness had a terrible time early in the game. Had 8 goals kicked on him as he brings it back. John Kennedy is the flyer. Beautifully punched away to Gary Ablett. Ablett centres the ball unselfishly as players set themselves. It's punched away over the back, and good shepherding allows Mew to kick it long and wide. Who's there? No one there. And eventually the ball trickles across the line on centre wing. We have 12 minutes and 18 seconds of play left in this match. Geelong lead by 7 points.
Deere against Stoneham now with Burke on the bench. Comes away to Bairstow. High to centre half forward. Schultz again. Oh, roved off the pack beautifully. The hand pass to Troy. Short pass. Bit wide for Brownless. Might come back to Billy Brownless. Bit slow together. Oh, Langford gets it to Di Domenico. Bairstow. Wide to Cole. Short pass to Exel. Gavin Exel might finish with double figures yet. Geelong fans calling for a 50, but there certainly wasn't as much in that one as there was at the other end of the ground with Brereton earlier in the quarter. You couldn't blame players for being tired. The ball has zipped around this ground like a meteor today. Exel for number 9. What a kick! And it's there!
Great performance by Exel. 9 goals and only 1 miss. 9 goals, 1 for the afternoon. He's kicked 3 goals in the second half, 6 in the first half. Perfect pass again. He has been fed very well by the Geelong players, and it's been a great exhibition of kicking.
He is a magnificent kick, as you say, Bernie. There he is, 9 goals. Most of them were kicked on other players besides Langford. Oh, big knock away from Stoneham's made a difference to centre bounce. There's the kick. towards half forward, and it's been taken down there by McGuinness. McGuinness kicking long and high. Let's see if the Hawks can come back. Domenico marks. He's at centre of the ground. It was held by Troy. Umpire Peter Cameron behind the players fallen over. Now he's right. The short one is on the lead. Dunstall, yes! And he runs into that hole at centre half forward. The Geelong players didn't cover it. Good play, Domenico.
Perfectly weighted pass by Domenico. Strong lead from Dunstall once again.
He's kicked 3. They need this. The kick by Jason Dunstall. Don't worry about that. That's right through the middle.
So Dunstall's kicked 4 now. Domenico has lifted his game in this last quarter. Had a terrible first half. Good thinking by Domenico, but bad play by Geelong, not filling that hole and allowing Dunstall to charge in there, take the chest mark.
Dunstall 4 goals, 3 in this last quarter. Again, the Hawks within striking distance, just 7 points down. 10 minutes left. Deere wins in the middle, comes to Pritchard. Hawthorn get it further ahead. Dunstall again, taps out for Hall! And Hall goes into an open goal, but he fumbles. Oh, that was a certainty. And it's gone through for a behind. He had Dermot Brereton, but he shouldn't have needed him. Should have been a certain goal.
Well, he lost control of the ball on the bounce.
He didn't need the bounce, did he, Pete?
No,
he could have had a shot at goal.
I think he wanted to steady and make a certainty of it, but it's a handy point because they now only trail by 1 goal, and the ball will still be in their forward zone. If they get the next goal, there's Morrissey. Oh, he's marked it. Oh, boy, here they come, the Hawks. This is Morrissey. He's been brilliant. He kicks wide. Dunstall should mark. No, he can't. Brereton's got it. Back to Domenico. He hooks it back. It's long and wide and through for a point. But the important thing is Hawthorn now only trail by 5 points. 1 kick and they'll hit the front. And who would have thought that at half-time, Drew?
Amazing. 49 points at the long break. They've kicked 45 goals between them and just a kick the difference. Darcy kicks in. Stone had a great final quarter. Comes to Troy. Up towards centre wing. Bairstow lopes after it. Deere, well played, but he turned into trouble. Got the hand pass away, all Hawthorn. Whitman. Condon. Pritchard might have taken possession, but it comes to Brereton. Centering kick for Kennedy. He dashes onto it. Caught in a good tackle by defender Darcy. Kick forward for the Hawks. Dunstall can't break the tackle. Morrissey off the ground. The Hawks are in front.
What a side, Hawthorn. Great performance to get back in this match. As I said, 49 points down at half-time. Domenico, they've forced the ball forward any way they can. And Morrissey, who came on at half-time, kicking that one off the ground. So Geelong behind for the first time in the match.
I couldn't see a better football side than this one. They are never beaten, this team. Here they go again. Morrissey has lost it. Centre of the ground, and this is where they're so good now. They've got a couple of champions off the ground. Platten is one of their workhorses. There's another one in Buckenara sitting both of them. Johnny Howard on the right has been a Hawthorn trainer. Who would have thought this at half-time? A sensational performance after Geelong were absolutely magnificent in the first half. Here come the Cats. Michael Cole, the half forward, almost a mark. Sean Denham breaks the tackle. The left foot. Langford at the back, beautifully done. In went Mew. Bounces off. Held, but he didn't have it, Chris Mew. It's a free kick to Chris Mew in defence.
Just under 8 minutes left. Hawthorn by a point. Mew out wide to Pritchard. Short to Anderson. He's got it at half-back flank. What a role Morrissey has played in this last quarter. The kick up to the half-forward line. Comes to the back to Collins. Wide to Ayres. Ayres a beautiful hand pass. Morrissey again. Goes for another one. And has kicked another one.
Morrissey kicks his second. And he's a great player, Jamie Morrissey. But the teamwork of this Hawthorn side to get back into this match. Andy Collins played a great game in the back line, now on the ball. Morrissey finishing it off. Long handball from Gary Ayres, who's played in the centre. And that's probably made all the difference.
They are a magnificent side, and have a look at this. Gary Buckenara back on the ground. He's kicked 5, he's limping. Back to the centre. Can the catch show character and come back? Andrew Hughes going to the back pocket. 7 minutes of play left. 7 points the difference. Greg Deere has rucked beautifully. There's Morrissey again. Out of high tackle on the Hawthorn player in Whitman, who's been put on the ball in this last quarter to cover the loss at Platten, and a barnstorming finish just by the Hawks. Chris Whitman, I don't think Geelong would want Hawthorn to get the next goal. They'll be in trouble. There's the kick. Brereton in front. Oh, loose man. Oh, Buckenara steadies, lays back, and has missed. So the difference now, I think that would have been shut the gate if he had have kicked that one, but now the difference is 8 points, the Hawks in front. What a comeback.
Hawthorn in this last quarter, 8 goals 5 to Geelong's 4-2. Darcy kicks 65 metres. Dippy Domenico in front. Thrashed in the first half by Ablett. Dipper, not far short. It's a mark to Hall. Well, Tony Hall mucked up a goal earlier in the quarter. But I think if he kicks this one, it might nearly seal it, although there's over 6 minutes left. The Hawks lead by 8 points. Banana kick. And he's kicked it.
That's Tony Hall's third goal. And I suppose coming from South Australia, you have to be able to kick those banana kicks. And Mark is an excellent high mark, Tony Hall, for his size. And they're showing great character, great determination to get back into this match.
Magnificent display of footballers by Hawthorn. Who's going to beat them? To give that start at half-time, a sensational effort. Let's see if they can come back to the Cats. It'll be hard. Oh, here they come again. Condon Ayres straightens up. Gary Ayres. Oh, it could be another one. Yes, I think that's the end of Geelong.
Yep, shut the gate. Look at that Hawthorn side. And it's good to see. They're so thrilled with each other's performance when they do well. They've got the team spirit, Hawthorn. And that's something you can't buy. Gary Ayres been magnificent in the second half.
Look at that scoreboard. We're not far short of 50 goals for the match. Geelong kicked 17 goals in the first half. Hawthorn have kicked 17 goals in the second half.
How would Malcolm Blight feel, Drew, particularly after last week?
Well, twice he's come to Princes Park in successive weeks. They led by 32 at three-quarter time last week and lost. Led by 49 at half-time today and looked like losing. Cole, here's a free kick. And held when not in possession is Yates. And one wonders whether if Yates can kick this, it's only 20 points the difference. Not over yet. Yates goes for the goal and gets it. That's 14 points the difference.
And 3 goals to Mark Yates. He didn't look too well at the start of this last quarter when Dermot Brereton ran through him. But here's a shot for goal from Yates. Made no mistake from about 40 to 45 metres out. Geelong still with a big struggle to get back in front though.
Minutes of play left. Can the Cats get back into it? Oh, high tackle. And the umpire said that. What a courage shown by Dean Anderson. And their centre bounce or centre square effort. Have a look at this. Oh, hard knock to the jaw. but he showed a lot of courage, Anderson. Brereton. Over the back is Tony Hall. Hall taps it away. Here's Darcy trying to come out of defence. A sensational last quarter this by Hawthorn when Geelong seemed to have it won at half-time. They led by 8 goals. Can Ablett do something? There's Brownless. Dean Anderson smothered off the boot. Here comes Ablett. He tries to tap it to Bairstow, who runs into a brick wall and he's holding the ball.
A remarkable game of football. We've seen 50 goals kicked here at Princes Park today. In the first half, the Cats kicked 17 goals to 9. And in the second half so far, Hawthorn have kicked 17 goals to 7. And at the moment, they lead by 14 points, Hawthorn. We still have over 4 minutes left. Brereton at centre wing couldn't take it. Spills out the back to Condon. Back to Brereton, who fumbled. Off the left boot, a little short pass to Hall. And Hall's taken the mark. 50 goals for the afternoon. Hall over the top to Morrissey, who's been sensational in this last quarter. He's not only kicked a couple of goals, he's set up a couple more, and he spent the first half of the game on the bench and has already gathered 12 possessions since he's been on. John Platten injured, he's on the bench. Buckenara was on the bench for a while injured, but Gary Buckenara back on the ground. Centering kick, all the stars there, but neither Brereton nor Dunstall could take the mark. It goes out of bounds in the forward pocket. We have 3 1/4 minutes left and Hawthorn by 14 points in a remarkable game.
And Chris Mew and Johnny Platten, who seem to have hurt his shoulder. Here's Brereton, caught, gets in the hand pass. Steve Hocking, caught, loses it. And Geelong look a little bit dispirited at the moment. There's a bit of a wrestle going on behind the play. Let's see who's there. There's the Brereton's one. You can see the back brace. A good shot of the back brace there. Mark Toss is standing on as his teammate there is Michael Schultz wrestling with Brereton. A magnificent game of Australian rules football, of Andrew Buse in fact it was. It's at half forward for Hawthorn. Who would have thought they could get up? There's Brereton. Strong tackling, that's been the feature of their play in the second half. And the Cats, they put the pressure on in the first half and they've copped it from Hawthorn in the second.
Another chance for Hawthorn. Morrissey in the thick of things again. Comes to Ayres, who has moved into the centre in the second half. Away to Buckenara. An impossible goal! Well, he just missed it. But Gary Buckenara has kicked 5 goals too. And he's come off the bench really when Hawthorn ran out of troops in this last quarter. Clearly limping with an injured ankle. He had a sensational first quarter, Buckenara, with 14 possessions.
Tim Darcy has actually done a good job today on Jason Dunstall, but weight of opportunities has made it hard. Here's Michael Tuck, who's been very quiet. He's looking for Whitman. Whitman's played a good second half. Whitman to half forward. Good play by Boss to run straight at the ball. He's got it, Mark Boss. A hand pass to Cole. Cole out wide. He's got a space to run into Darren Troy. 1 minute and 40 seconds of play left. The short pass is on and he found Mark Yates at half forward. The loose man is there. Oh, he's hooked it back. He might miss him because Tuck's there. There's a chance for Bairstow. Hooks it to Schultz. Schultz into the open goal and he slams it through for a goal to Geelong.
He's played quite a good game, Michael Schultz. Playing at centre half forward, usually a backman, but has contested well, taken a couple of good marks. Good pressure here by Collins. Didn't allow Yates to run away. Made it a little bit difficult, getting the kick tumbling into the forward line, but there's Schultz on the end of it, kicking that goal.
And just maybe Geelong not out of it. 2 kicks for goal can win the game, and we have 1 minute and 1/4 remaining. They come out of it, out of the centre. They've lost it now. Bit of a bad bounce there for Condon. Intercepted by Stoneham. Maybe the Cats can do it. Stoneham's kick for the goal square. 1 out. A climb at the back of the mark. The mark dragged down by Yates, who's kicked 3 goals. The clock coming down to 50 seconds. If he kicks this, they'll probably bounce it with about 40 seconds left in the middle. Oh, he's missed it. Well, that's probably the ball game now. The clock's still ticking. 40 seconds left and 8 points the difference.
Well, how costly is that? At least they would have got the ball back to the centre with a chance to surge forward. I think that's blown it for them. 37 seconds of play left, and Chris Langford will kick at 60 metres. He does. Paul Abbott and Michael Schultz. Well done by Michael Schultz as he punches it away to half forward. Andrew Rogers sets it up. John Kennedy and Mark Yates. Yates push in the back. It's a free kick to Kennedy. 22 seconds of play left. A brilliant comeback this by the Hawks. Geelong trying to get back in with the short pass. Comes to Anderson, and they've run out of time. 12 seconds to go.
Yates had to have had his eyes on the ball. Then he came down with the mark. Anderson's kick to centre wing. Stack up here. I think we've seen the last of the scoring. Boss. There it is. Well, what a game of football we've seen here at Princes Park. The two highest scoring teams in the league this year, Hawthorn the top, Geelong, and they proved it by kicking 51 goals between them, and Hawthorn have come from 49 points down at half-time to win a thriller by 8 points.
Sensational, wasn't it, Drew? The way Hawthorn clawed their way back into this match. They made some moves at half-time. I personally thought that they were gone at half-time, 49 points down. This great Hawthorn side, and so much talent, so much team spirit. Gets them back into the match. Ayres into the centre made a big difference. Brereton on the forward line did well when he was moved to that forward pocket. Buckenara kicking goals in that second half, and they lifted all over the ground. It was really a game where Geelong dominated the first half with Ablett starring across the centre line. He went out of the game in the second half, and it was a great performance by Hawthorn to get back into this match, and they must be short price favourites to win the flag after that performance.
Well, I said at half-time, if they win this game today, no one will beat them this year, and I'm of that opinion. They're that good to come back. The full forward gave an excellent kick. 9 goals for Geelong. They had great players all over the ground the first half, and yet they had the courage and the determination, Hawthorn, to come back, and it was sheer desperation and determination that won them the game.
Hawthorn kicking 7 goals in the third quarter and 10 in the last quarter. 26-15, 171 to 25-13, 163. They had goal scorers all over the place, Hawthorn. Brereton kicked 5 goals, Buckenara kicked 5, Dunstall kicked 4, but the one star for Geelong on their forward line was Exel with his 9 goals. Brownless got 3 goals. Ablett kicked 3 goals from the wing. He played on the wing for about a quarter and a half against Dipia Domenico and absolutely thrashed him, then went out of the game when he followed Dipia Domenico down to a pocket. Well, Geelong have had 2 matches here at Princes Park in 2 weeks, snatched from their grasp, and Hawthorn have won their 5th